In about 2 weeks, there's going to be a presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. And it's funny, before the June 27th debate, every strategist I've talked to said debates don't really matter. That clearly was the debate that changed everything in this election. So A, how important do you think that debate will be? And B, what are you specifically looking for in it?
Yeah, strategists do like to say that. It's like, oh, debates don't matter unless something really big happens. And something really big happened in that debate. And let's even back up further because the way that President Biden, he was saying for months in the springtime, let's debate, Donald, let's debate, Donald, when are you going to debate me? And Trump came out and said, I'll debate you anytime, anywhere, and didn't really have a lot of say in or didn't really care to have a lot of say in the format of this debate. The Biden campaign, on the other hand, they had to have muted mics. They did not want Trump to be talking when he shouldn't have been talking, and they didn't want to have an audience because they didn't want Trump to be playing to an audience. And those were two massive mistakes that the Biden campaign made that I think the Harris campaign now with now that the Obama team has come on to sort of advise the Harris team that they're trying to fix. Because what the mistake that the Biden campaign made was let's cut off his mic so that he can't talk when he's not supposed to, and let's not have an audience that's going to interrupt what Joe Biden is saying. Well, they just curbed Trump's worst instincts. I mean, they love to call President Trump unhinged, and the way to show him unhinged would have been to let him have a microphone on all the time and put an audience in the room because he likes to play to the audience. He feeds off of them, and that's when you get these moments where they try to say, "You see, this is not a president. He's not presidential material, etc." So what I think the Harris campaign is doing now in terms of their format fight is they're trying to make it to where the microphones are on all the time. And I think that they would really love to have an audience in the room because that's when Kamala Harris might be able to say, "Hey, I'm more presidential," but really what it's going to come down to is policy. And a lot of people are correctly saying that for the first time in a long time, this is going to be about policy and not personality because you have two wildly different administrations with wildly different policies, but we don't know where she is on these things. We don't know where she stands. Some things her campaign has flip-flopped her on, and some things she has flip-flopped herself on. But we need to hear everything from her mouth. Because what's going to happen is the President Trump is going to be able to say, see, she's Joe Biden. You guys didn't like Joe Biden. That's why we have Kamala Harris. But guess what? She's worse. So she has less experience and she's more liberal. So that's going to be the opportunity that President Trump has. I think the expectation for Kamala Harris is let's get through the debate without having a moment like Joe Biden did. Because Kamala Harris, she is prone to, providing these answers that are just word salads, or sometimes she seems like a word sayer, like she's just saying a lot of words, hoping that they come into a thought, but they don't really because she's not making the point that she's trying to make. So I think she needs to survive the debate, and he needs to drive the message home that she's Joe Biden, but worse.